Lesson 155.
I'm from the Liberal Party. She listens to all the candidates to hear what they have to say. But when there's the general election, she generally votes for me because I'm her favorite candidate and she likes what I have to say. We both have similar feelings about the constituency.
Ders 155. Seçimler ve siyasi partiler. Dinleyin. Ara seçimler yaklaşmaktadır. Tim Lovett, Liberal Parti'nin bir temsilcisine kapıyı açar.
I'm from the Liberal Party. Is your mother or father in?
Which one would you like to see?
Your father or your mother?
Dad!
Yes?
There's a man at the door from the Conservative Party.
Oh, no, the Liberal Party.
Ah!
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Lovett. I'm calling on behalf of the Conservative Party. I mean, the Liberal Party.
Oh, yes?
As you know, there's a by-election in this constituency next Wednesday.
Well, I thought elections were normally on Thursdays.
I mean Thursday. Can we count on your support?
What's the name of your candidate?
Hugh Jolliffe. He's been active in local politics for 10 years.
I know Hugh Jolliffe. He's a good man. I thought he was a Conservative.
Oh, no. He's definitely the Liberal candidate. So, can we count on your support, Mr. Jolliffe?
My name's Lovett, actually.
Sorry. Repetition.
Şimdi dinleyin ve tekrarlayın. Listen and repeat.
General election.
By-election.
Each person has one vote.
You can vote for one candidate.
Conservative.
Labour.
Liberal.
Social Democratic. SDP.
Each party has one candidate in each constituency.
Each party has one candidate in each constituency.
They each have one candidate.
What's the difference?
Between the political parties.
What's the difference between the political parties?
How can you tell them apart?
They both have similar aims.
But they have different policies.
A candidate is elected.
To Parliament.
A candidate is elected to Parliament.
He becomes an MP.
A member of Parliament.
He represents his constituency.
In Parliament.
He represents his constituency in Parliament.
The party that has a majority
forms the government.
The party that has a majority forms the government.
The leader becomes Prime Minister.
The leader becomes Prime Minister. Exercise 1. A political interview.
Alıştırma 1. Bir siyasi röportaj. Şu röportajı dinleyin.
Listen to this interview.
With me in the studio is a man who has just written a book about Parliament. Mr. James Ward, the SDP Member of Parliament for Stockington in the north of England.
Good evening.
Tell me, Mr. Ward, when did you first become an MP?
Well, I was first elected in 1975. It was a by-election.
Harold Wilson was Prime Minister at that time, wasn't he?
That's right. And I was a member of the Labour Party. In fact, I think I was one of the youngest Labour MPs in the House of Commons.
So you were elected as a Labour MP in 1975, and then you left the party in...
In 1981. I joined the Social Democratic Party in 1981.
What did the people in your constituency think of that? When they voted for you, you were a member of one party and then you left to join another.
I think it's very clear what the people of Stockington thought. In the next election I got more votes than ever before. And in the last election I had a majority of 2,000.
That speaks for itself, as you say. Well, I'd like to talk about your new book now. Is it true that when you...
Exercise 3. Irregular verbs.
Kural dışı fiiller. Alıştırma 3. Şimdi şu kural dışı fiilleri tekrarlayın.
Keep. Kept. Kept.
Sleep. Slept. Slept.
Mean. Meant. Meant.
Send. Sent. Sent.
Feel. Felt. Felt.
Sit. Sat. Sat.
Get. Got. Got.
Light. Lit. Lit.
Now, sing the song.
She listens to all the candidates to hear what they have to say. But when there's the general election, she generally votes for me because I'm her favorite candidate and she likes what I have to say. We both have similar feelings about the constituency.
155. dersin sonu.
Lesson 156.
Are you against capitalism too?
He's a left-wing politician, but he supports the democratic system. On the one hand, he's a left-wing politician. On the other hand, he supports the democratic system. Although he's a left-wing politician, he supports the system. Yes, the democratic system.
Ders 156. Politika ve politik inançlar. Dinleyin. Ara seçimlerden bir gün önce Robert Saunders, Carol Rees ve Felicity King bir partinin siyasi toplantısına giderler.
I am the representative of the ordinary man, the man in the street, the man who has had enough. Enough of what? Enough of everything. The government, the civil service, the mass media, the trade unions, the social services, the whole system. It stinks. The ordinary man does not want it.
What about ordinary women?
Yes, what about ordinary women? They've had enough too.
What are you offering in place of the system that we have now?
What are the other candidates offering? I'll tell you what they're offering. They're offering manifestos. Red ones, blue ones, yellow ones. It's like a rainbow. Some people are for them, some people are against them, but some people read them. I've read them and I can tell you, it's all the same capitalist nonsense.
Are you against capitalism too?
Capitalism is one man exploiting another man.
And what do you propose?
The opposite.
Repetition.
Şimdi dinleyin ve tekrarlayın. Listen and repeat.
He's a politician.
He represents the man in the street.
He represents the man in the street.
Although he is left-wing,
He's not an extremist.
although he's left-wing, he's not an extremist.
Left wing.
Right wing.
Moderate.
Extremist.
Although he's a socialist,
He's a moderate.
although he's a socialist, he's a moderate.
Socialism.
Capitalism.
Communism.
Fascism.
He supports the democratic system.
He opposes dictatorship.
He fights for human rights.
He fights against the abuse of power.
He fights against the abuse of power.
On the one hand,
He is in favour of...
strong leadership.
On the one hand, he is in favour of strong leadership.
On the other hand,
He is against.
interference by the state.
On the other hand, he is against interference by the state.
In the lives,
Of ordinary people.
in the lives of ordinary people.
It's a common dilemma.
Practice.
Exercise 2. Audio crossword.
İşitsel bulmaca. Bulmacayı yapın. İpuçları şunlardır.
Down. 1.
When he was young, he was a member of the Socialist Party.
3. He may not be an extremist, but I wouldn't say he was a moderate either.
5.
The main problem in modern politics is the increasing power of the state.
7.
The truth is that ordinary people are not very interested in politics.
9.
A week is a long time in politics.
10.
If so many people are against fascism, why is it so common?
Across. 2.
A political party should represent the interests of its members.
4.
Capitalists are against state ownership.
6.
Many people oppose interference by the state machine.
8.
It is easy to blame the system, more difficult to propose an alternative.
11.
The people on the extreme left of the party are not interested in parliamentary democracy.
12.
We have rights because most people agree that we have them.
13.
People sometimes say one thing and mean another. This is particularly common in politics.
Exercise 3. Pronunciation.
Telaffuz. Şu cümlelerdeki hangi sözcüklerde ş sesi vardır?
He is in favor of strong leadership.
He's a politician. Politics is his business.
I'm sure it is the wrong length.
What are the measurements?
Industrial relations in the factory are very good.
The educational facilities in my son's school are excellent.
The man was accused of shoplifting.
Now sing the song.
He's a left-wing politician, but he supports the democratic system. On the one hand, he's a left-wing politician. On the other hand, he supports the democratic system. Although he's a left-wing politician, he supports the system. Yes, the democratic system.
156. dersin sonu.